Hey guys, so today I want to explore some new ways to improvise over the blues. I hope this will help you to break out of the plateau of playing only like the minor pentatonic scale or some stuff like this, and give you some new ideas to refresh your arsenal of playing. Today I'm gonna give my examples in A, so like A dominant blues like this. Basic blues form. So let's start with the one chord. So how do we attack the one chord? So, of course, many great guitarists played the minor pentatonic over the whole thing, yeah? Which is amazing, that's the familiar sound. This is great. So, I highly recommend to start with that. Like, start building your blues vocabulary, checking guys like Stevie Ray and Albert King, Freddie King, B.B. King, Robin Ford. People like get the blues licks going. It's like a language, you know. Like some Stevie Ray. So you learn which notes are good to bend, which not so much. It's very good and useful. After that, and when you know the pentatonic scale over the neck, you can start building over it. So the first thing you would consider is the major pentatonic sound. So if you're familiar with that, you can skip a bit of the video. But if you're not, I give you a simple hack to play it. So usually on a one chord you can play a major pentatonic. So how do you find it? It's all the same notes like the F sharp minor pentatonic. So you drop from your root 3 frets, like tone and a half, step and a half, and you find your relative major. So if you play F minor pentatonic, you're playing basically a major pentatonic. So you can use this stuff for every, if you want some major pentatonic, you can take a minor that you know, you drop 3 frets, and you see your key that you're searching. So if, let's say I want an E major pentatonic, I'm going to the E, and I drop 1, 2, 3. I know that when I play C sharp minor pentatonic, I'm playing E major pentatonic. So this is the first way you can do. On the one chord, play F sharp minor pentatonic. So it's like the sweeter sound of it. So the one chord you play, and when it switches to the 4 chord, you go to minor. So that's one way to break out of the plateau. It's very interesting to see those switches in the sound. So the next thing you can do, you can try to aim from the chord tones. So I would highly recommend to learn some arpeggio shape. So I give you one from A. So you got this A note. So 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 5, 8, 5, 9, and back. So you can aim for those notes when you play the one chord. try to play the whole blues, targeting the chord tones. So you can see without any backing track, I can express the sound of the changes, which is very high priority for this kind of music. So, and the trick is to mix it all together. So you got the arpeggio, you got major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, and you travel around each of these sounds. So another way would be playing the Mixolydian sound over this A chord, which I give you a recap. The Mixolydian is the fifth mode of the major scale, which means I need a major scale, which gives me the A as the fifth degree. So I just tell you it's a D, because D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives me an A. So if I'm playing a D major scale, I'm basically playing a Mixolydian. So if you want me to expand on this, let me know in the comments. I'll give you a whole lesson about the notes, and it's very easy. People tend to get stuck in this and don't understand it. It's very confusing because all of the names and stuff. It's very easy. So basically, you play D major scale, like the 7-note scale. You play A Mixolydian, which is also a sound it's worth exploring on the one chord. So if you play D major scale on the one chord, you get the sweeter sound of a Mixolydian tonality, which also works. And you can also think about that. I'm giving you a lot of material here to digest, but take it slowly. If you play F sharp minor pentatonic, which is A major minor pentatonic, and you add those two half steps, it gives you the Mixolydian sound. So if you do this in all of the octaves, you basically can build on your pentatonic this sound. So A Mixolydian, which is same as D major, A major pentatonic, A dominant 7 arpeggio, which we just saw, and minor pentatonic. You should try to investigate in each of those sounds. So now let's move to the 4 chord finally. I recommend if you start with a major tonality in the 1 chord, move to the minor in the 4 chord, so people can hear the differences between the chords. So you play major, and then you jump right to the another thing would be if we did an A dominant arpeggio over the 1, you can play D dominant arpeggio over the 4 chord. So for the shape, you can just jump to D and play the same shape, which is kind of awkward to jump like this when you're switching chords. You want it to be like as smooth as possible, so I don't recommend it. Sounds like you don't know your stuff, so you have to jump. So I recommend learning typically all over the neck, but for the sake of this lesson here, also your D major, I give you the shape. So D, 5, 4, 7, 5, 7, 7, B string, 5, 8. Okay, so you can do a smooth transition when the chord is going. So, and then we switch back. It's going to be a great exercise. Then you can switch to 5. Or 1. So also target those tones. So minor pentatonic, and D dominant 7 arpeggio. When you go to the 5 chord, you guessed it, you can play a E arpeggio over it. So you can move this step up, and then 1. But you can also play this shape. I tend to practice in one spot, and in every spot. So I'm not forced to move if I don't want to. I can play every arpeggio right here. So D in the same place, and A in the same place. Another way would be playing major pentatonic over the 5, minor pentatonic over the 4, and go major back to the 1. So this is a very nice sound. 5. So those are the main strategies to play over a blues. There's a lot more to it. You can play a diminished scale when you go from the 1 to the 4, like this. There is a lot to explore. You can play an altered scale, like this. It's more of a jazzier sounds over a blues, but what I gave you today is like basic ways to break out the minor pentatonic we all use so extensively, so much. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe for more content, and I hope this helps you.